Hi, welcome back to Forwards Electric. We thought we'd give you a quick overview of one of our shop bikes. Thought it might be interesting for you to see some of the accessories we've got on it and any of the little hacks that we may have set up. So as you can see, it's a HSD S Plus model. So this is the previous generation model with the non-smart motor system in it. I'll give you a tour around from top to bottom and mainly just pointing out the accessories to give you an idea of that. The reason I wanted to get the video done is we're going to do an update on the back here, and we're going to put the small storm box on the back. So I'm going to be taking that off shortly. So I just wanted to show you it in this configuration. So this is an awesome configuration for somebody that's just using it for going to work, doing shopping, and they don't need to carry kids and that on the back of it, or an adult on the back. As you can see, there's no place for that because it's just got the huge carry rack on the back. So if we show you some of the mods from the top to bottom, and then if there's anything interesting as I'm going, I'll point those out as well. So as you can see, this is another bike that we've done a Nyon retrofit to. So the Nyon computers are outstanding. That gives you full access to the Bosch computer system, or Bosch interface should I say. So it gives you loads of geeky information and stuff which will come out on it if we get that to fire up. What we'll do is another video on these Nyons. If you hear the little chirp there, that's the security system, because I've activated that in my on my smartphone. That's an essential thing to do. I'd recommend doing that. So it's just going to fire up there. So Nyon display. On the handlebars, anything else we've done, we've obviously got ours set in quite an aggressive position there, so we've got the handlebars pointing down. We put a bit more heavy duty bell on, although the bells that come with the Terns are really good. We just have these in stock for our Stromers, so we fit those on, well, we have fitted that to this particular bike. So out front it's got the transporter rack. These are fantastic because you can have your box sort of permanently in there, and then as you can see, we've got a super sleek low slung Euro crate with a lid. So this is a lidded Euro crate. If I show you inside it, this is just really for one purpose for us, and it's just to carry the security stuff. So we use 3 points of security with the chain system. So you've got your lock on the bike, which secures the wheel, as you probably know with your HSDs down here. So you've got your U-lock, and then on the U-locks on the Tern, you've got the little hole there, and then that there allows you to put these cables in, these extension cables. They're not the strongest chain, but it's more of an opportunist, to stop an opportunist just grabbing the bike. So that's the first thing that we use. Then we have the cable lock to secure the back box, so that goes around the back box and then goes through the D-lock, and then we've got a super heavy duty gold rated D-lock which goes through the frame to an object. Then it's got the security system anyway, and it's got a tracker on it, and there's also a hidden tracker. So it has a tracker that's visible, which is the Scouts. So we use these Scout systems, and that's using the Apple network, and then we also have hidden trackers on the bikes as well. So that's all this front box is for, and then we got like a couple of little bags in there as well. That's the size actually there of the box. So it's a 40 by 30 and it's only 9 centimeters high. The way we secure that for day-to-day use is we use the elastic strap that comes with the rack, and then we attach it just at the height of the bracket there, so that's where the bracket goes. And then that's really nice for our OCD because it's dead in the centre, and then when we click it down here, it clicks in the centre there, and it stops this bouncing up and down, which is really good, and it stops the noise. We got a little bit of foam underneath there as well on the rack, just to stop it scuffing and banging about as much as we can. So that's the rack out front. We've used the CMTs for this, so we've got the quick release bolts there instead of the actual permanent bolts. That just gives us the option, if we wanted to take it out, we can. And if anyone is a HSD owner, or just a Tern owner in general really, a GSD as well, if you take the front rack off, for some reason they just seem really like fun and agile, just because you can see that front wheel. I don't know if it's just me, but anyway, I've got the quick releases in case I want to get the rack off and reduce some weight as well. And then this is the new pocket that they have, the Ride Pocket I think it's called. Can't remember off the top of my head, I do apologise. This is the the brand new pocket they do. And the normal one that we have is the multi-pocket that would go there, which is this one over here, if you have a look. That's actually the ride pocket, sorry. So that's the ride pocket, which has got the multi-pockets in it. That's what Jenny has on her GSD. And then we've got this one on here. So if you've seen my other videos, I used to carry a plastic pod around with me to keep my keys and stuff to hand. So this one is absolutely awesome because it's just a really simple zip open and then just a huge space for putting your keys in, which is really good. That key there, actually, what I normally do with this is keep it with the lock so it never goes astray. So let's put that back in there right now. I'm going to go into town in a second, so I'll need that. So let's get that in there. So yeah, normally keep that key with the lock, and then it never goes astray. And you just need to have the bike set up and ready to go all the time with all this stuff, and then you're going to use it more likely. So that's that. So that pocket's awesome. 2 zips there, nice little tabs so you can grab the zip when you're riding and stuff as well. And on the other side there, I've got a bottle cage. So just a bottle cage for some hydration if I want to put a bottle in there, or just a coffee cup or something. So I've got that on the other side, just a straightforward cage bolted on there. Computer we've said, top there we've said. So pedals, I've changed the pedals out on mine. So I've got the Shimano SPD pedals. So one side is SPD, one side is flat. So if I'm just going to nip to the shops, or someone wants to borrow it to nip to the shops, or just do a test ride, they can just use flat pedals. But I'm a bit of a keen cyclist, so I have my SPD shoes there to jump on them. And those ones are the PDM 324 pedals there. So that's the ones we use, or we stock for that. I will turn the bike round if we need to see anything on the other side, but it does have the little cargo pod there as well, so I'll show you that actually when we go around the other side. And I've talked about the Scouts, and then also if you see there, we've got a little pink dust cap on there, and that's just so we know that we've put slime in this. So this has got a muck off inner tube sealant. So slime's actually another brand, the green stuff, but we use the muck off stuff, which is the pink sealant, and that's this one just down here. So the inner tube sealant. So we put that on as standard with all of our electric bike builds. We just put that on free of charge when we do sell it, because we're just trying to keep the customers on the road. But that just tells me that I've done that. So it's got the little pink dust caps, which is pretty smart. So the main reason which I was doing a video for, we should probably show you that, is this huge box on the back. So it's got the Shortbed, and on the HSD it has to mount sideways. So you can sort of get it to go long ways. The problem long ways is that you can't open the lid properly on the box. That's the main issue with it. So if you have it up here, then the box sort of fouls underneath the seat. So you kind of need to have it mounted that way round, but it does mean that it sort of sticks out a little bit. It's quite wide there, as you can see. The way we've secured this, I'll just show you, is pretty cool, because it took me a little while to get my head around this. So you kind of want practicality with this. You want to be able to open it when you do your shopping and when you get home, but you don't want to have to keep taking straps off. So if you were to attach it, well, you couldn't ride it without, because it will fly off when you go over a speed bump. So you have to attach it somehow using something like this. So the way we tried it is we had the elastic going over the top, around the side, all that sort of stuff, and it was meaning that you couldn't do the lid. So you'd have to take the bands off all the time. So what we did instead is worked out that if we attach it similar to what we've done with the front rack, on the bottom here on this bar, so we've just looped the strap back through itself. It comes with 2 anyway. You can have them go in either side, and then they hook really nicely just onto the box there. And it's actually under enough tension to stop it flying about. It is a bit noisy when you ride in, but it's super easy and convenient to get the straps on. So that's pretty cool. I quite like that. Measured it just a second ago for the video. So the Shortbed rack takes a 600mm by 400mm Euro crate, and you can go as crazy as you want with heights. I mean, we got some massive ones that go up to sort of this high. It's a bit over the top really, because the weight's a bit big, but if you've got a lighter object you want to keep dry-ish, you could use that. But this one is the 30 high, so it's a 400 deep that way, 600 long and then 30 high. Gives you huge storage capacity. And then again, if we sell these to customers, we cut a little bit of foam lining inside just to try and make it a little bit nicer and then stop things banging around. And then on mine, another little thing I do is I just carry these 2 lengths of pipe lagging. So this is just a 20mm pipe lagging. And the reason I carry those is that sometimes if I'm carrying certain objects, I did use this recently, I'm trying to remember what it was. Actually, it was a curtain pole when we collected this curtain pole from IKEA. So when we got that, we used this just to go around the pipe work, and then we strapped it. That's over 2 meters long, that is. We strapped it to the side of the bike, sort of under here, and it stopped it scuffing the frame. So that's just something I've left in there, really. So that's that. Underneath the saddle, you may have noticed, and you may have seen in our other videos of the Aurochs, that's one of the blinder tail lights. So on this bike, it works really well with a saddle mount, and that just is just enough to go over the top of that Euro crate there. And these are those really nice, super bright lights. If I can get it to turn on, hold that down there maybe. There you go, and it's got my favourite mode there, the Night Rider mode. Really nice those. They're magnetic, so they just sort of slide off, so it pops off. And then it's got the sorry, get that to focus. It's got the USB. Sort of C there, if I can get that to focus in. Camera's getting upset. Anyway, you know what USB-C looks like, so that goes in there. And that's on the, as I said, just mounted under the saddle there. And that's these ones, they're £57 those are. £57 for that. Cool, it's not wanting to focus, is it? Anyway, so that's that. I think that's probably everything. Oh, I've done this, this mudguard on the back, which loads of people are going to get upset about, I'm sure. But the key thing to notice with a huge mud flap, it'd be really nice actually if Tern did this like as a little upgrade, because you've got a nice bolt there to use, or just some sort of mud guard that can just bolt on as a little extra. Reason being is that the mud guard's so high in the bad conditions. As you can see, it's pretty mucky. We don't ride just in fair weather. We ride this all the time. The back got absolutely covered, so this flicks all the mud and dirt up to the back, and it was all over the top. So we've made this little mud flap ourselves. This is just a guard that would go on a normal bicycle, and we've just sort of adapted it. So it's not the prettiest looking thing, but it's all right. It does the job nicely, and as I said, it's there for a purpose, to stop us getting covered in muck, or mainly the bike getting covered in muck. So so that's that. I'm waffling a bit, I feel, so I should probably get to the end. I am going to spin it around quickly just to show you that little cargo box down there, because that's really cool. So let's do that, and then we'll get an end to this video. So there we go, I just spun the bike round so we can get a good look at this. So this is the special compartment made for the HSD. So it unzips, it's just like a little glove box. And then you pull all your stuff out. And then what I use this one for is there's nothing of any value in there. This is just purely my luggage straps. So it has all those in there. And you've got to think logically that if you're trying to sort of do big shops of it. The other day we did another IKEA trip. We were with the kids and they were on the GSD. I was on this, and we piled this bike up high. Maybe we'll get a video and we'll, sorry, some photos, and we'll send you that, put the photos in the video in a second. But you probably realise, like at the last minute, oh, I need an extra strap to strap whatever the object is to your bike, and then the worst thing you could have done is it being in the bottom of your box or in the bottom of your front box, and you've got loads of stuff attached to it. So I've just found it's really good to have it in this little pocket here. It's quite a nice pocket. It's got a little drain hole in there as well, which is really cool. And that's probably about it. I'm sure you know plenty about the HSD anyway, so this isn't really about the HSD itself. It's more just to show everyone one kitted out for a purpose, which, as I said, for us is using it to pick up stuff, drop parcels, go to work and that sort of stuff. That is those, they are the CMTs, a little bit better view there for those. They're the quick release levers for the front rack. And that's probably it. So I should shut up and end the video. One quick thing I just noticed, the rubber bands, don't forget we use them to put it on your wrist. So that's quite cool. If you go to the shops, you lock that, and then obviously this key will come out. It doesn't come out when you're riding, But you can take that key out and then put it on your wrist, because I tend to be rubbish in loose stuff, so that's quite cool. All right, so that's it. Let's have another quick look at it. Hope you found that interesting. It's just really to show you one setup for daily use. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.